As the state's Morrill Act land-grant university, South Dakota State University began providing the benefits of higher education to all in 1881. South Dakota State University continues its mission of providing a rich academic experience in an environment of inclusion and access through inspired, student-centered education, creative activities and research, innovation and engagement that improve the quality of life in South Dakota, the region, the nation, and the world. Living out the university's core values of people-centered, creativity, integrity, diversity, and excellence. More than 11,400 students are inspired each day by more than 600 faculty members.
Ladies and gentlemen, our program will begin. Thank you for celebrating with us tonight. To kick off our celebration, please welcome the 20th President of South Dakota State University, Barry H. Dunn.
Thank you, Andrea, and good evening, everyone. And welcome to all the faculty and the guests. We're really glad that you could join us this evening. This is a very important and special day because we get to celebrate you, our faculty, and the many contributions you make to this university each and every day. The faculty are one of the cornerstones of our university. Because of your engagement with students, colleagues, stakeholders, we gathered tonight to celebrate your successes in learning, discovery, and engagement. Being a faculty member is hard, demanding work. Constantly preparing and updating lectures, constantly grading quizzes, papers, reports, and tests, constantly being asked to serve on university committees, college committees, department committees, constantly being asked to meet with students or help with recruiting efforts, constantly working on the creative side of your appointment, publishing results, presenting papers, performing, writing, or creating, submitting grants. But one of the great joys of my job is interacting with university alumni across our nation. In nearly every conversation, no matter what year they graduated, they almost always tell me about their favorite teacher at SDSU who changed their life. They tell me stories of you, the great teachers and mentors who challenged them, inspired them, and set them on a path to success. Thank you for attending tonight's special event. Thank you for all you do for all of us and for doing it so very well. We have so much to celebrate. Have a wonderful evening.
And now to provide a welcome from the student body, please welcome Andrew Rasmussen, Students Association President and Journalism and Political Science double major.
Hello and welcome to the celebration of faculty excellence. You each play a critical role in making South Dakota State a place where students can grow, learn, and excel beyond their time here on campus. And I, for one, am thankful for your service. There are many factors that make the student experience great, from the student organizations, of which many of you advise, to the classroom experiences that prepare us for our future. I know I'm grateful for the role faculty have played in my time at SDSU between mentorships, educational experiences, and those letters of recommendation I was probably too scared to ask for. I can credit many of you and my professors the opportunities and successes I have been blessed to have here at SDSU. Students here are lucky to have faculty who genuinely care about their education, where we are not just a number, not just another exam for you to grade, but where faculties and students can connect over the content. On behalf of the students, I want to close by saying thank you again for all of the hard work that you do.
The celebration of faculty excellence engages faculty beyond those presented with awards tonight. This afternoon included the SURI presentations, celebrating faculty contributions through presentations in the areas of creative and fine arts, research, teaching and learning, and service. Congratulations to Dr. Mark Stevens, Dr. Philip Vucevic, Dr. Rebecca Keel, Dr. Evan Wiltsey, and Dr. Michael Gonda on their excellent lectures. We also had the faculty showcase highlighting creative work and research done on campus. The annual David Fee Memorial Lecture was also held this afternoon. Dr. Srinivas Janaswamy will be recognized later in the program. Additional information about these events, along with a recording of tonight's events, will be available on the Celebration of Faculty Excellence webpage on sdstate.edu. As we begin the awards portion of the program, we ask recipients and presenters to report to the north wall of the ballroom 2 awards prior to when their awards will be announced, in order to keep the program flowing. The first recipients, who've done a great job, who are already over there right now, should just hang out as we get ready for a slideshow. Please reference the order listed in your program. But before we begin, we would like to recognize the College Faculty of the Year, years of service, promotions, and offer a special thanks to the committee that helped make tonight's events happen.
The research enterprise continues to be robust and growing at South Dakota State University. With more than $51 million in research expenditures during the last fiscal year, the faculty excel at their duty to expand and grow knowledge for dissemination. Each year, graduate and undergraduate students engage with faculty research labs and projects that help inspire the next generation of innovation.
To begin tonight's awards, the college deans will present the university's awards for outstanding researchers, scholars, performers, and artists, celebrating the breadth of research and creative activity that happens across campus. The College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment Sciences, Dean John Killefer, will present their Outstanding Researcher Award to Professor Sanjeev Anand. Dr. Anand is a well-recognized dairy science professional with 36 years of teaching and research experience. He obtained his MS and PhD degrees from National Dairy Research Institute in India and was a visiting professor at UO Guelph in Ontario. He joined SDSU in 2006 as an assistant professor in the Dairy Science Department and earned the rank of professor in 2014. He teaches graduate and undergraduate courses. He has mentored 32 undergraduate research projects and advised nearly 40 graduate projects. He has over 130 peer-reviewed publications and has been invited for over 90 invited lectures. Congratulations. Dean Lynn Sargent and the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences presents its Outstanding Artist Performer Award to Associate Professor Michael Walsh. Dr. Walsh teaches music history and directs the Windy Jacks Clarinet Ensemble. A native of New York, Walsh received his bachelor's and master's degrees from the University of Miami in Florida. Walsh holds the distinction as being the first student to earn the DMA degree in clarinet performance and pedagogy from the University of Kansas under Dr. Larry Maxey. He is a member of the Miami Clarinet Quartet, which has performed at the Oklahoma Clarinet Symposium and numerous times at the International Clarinet Association's Clarinet Fest. His professional involvement has included performing at the National Association of College, Wind, and Percussion Instructors national conferences in 2011, 12, and 2014 and 2015. He was elected president of the NACWPI in 2014 and had the pleasure of directing the national conferences in 2014 and 15. Congratulations. The College of Education and Human Sciences Outstanding Researcher Award is presented by Associate Dean of Research Matt Vukovich to Assistant Professor Dr. Aileen Garcia. Dr. Garcia is an assistant professor in the School of Education, Counseling, and Human Development. She obtained her PhD in Child, Youth, and Family Studies from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in 2018. Her master's in developmental psychology from Ateneo de Manila University in the Philippines. Her research interests include cultural influences on parenting and caregiving, children's socio-emotional development, and quality of life among ethnic minorities in the United States. Dr. Garcia's overarching research agenda is to further extend current knowledge on parenting and child development among underrepresented groups to reflect parental ethno-theories and practices that may not be captured in the dominant literature. Thus far, she has published qualitative and quantitative studies on parenting stress and parental involvement in education among low-income Filipino families, best practices in child care centers and family child care homes in urban and rural areas, and child-rearing practices of immigrants in the United States from different ethnic groups. Congratulations. Interim Dean Rajesh Kavasari will present the Outstanding Researcher Award for the Jerome J. Lohr College of Engineering to Assistant Professor Amika Prasad. Dr. Prasad is an assistant professor in the Mechanical Engineering Department at South Dakota State University. She received her doctorate from MIT, postdoctoral training from Stanford University, and has over 4 years of industry experience. Her research is at the intersection of materials science, structural mechanics, and biological systems with an application focus on aerospace composites, biomedical engineering, sustainable materials, and precision agriculture. Beyond research, she is keen on using materials education as a vehicle for STEM workforce development, with a current focus on rural and Native American communities. Her work has been funded through various grants, including 2 recent national grants of great significance, the NSF Career from the Mechanics and Materials and Structures Program, and the DoD DURIP from the Air Force Office of Scientific Research. Congratulations. Dean Charlene Wolf Hall will present the Outstanding Researcher Award for the College of Natural Sciences to Jaime Lopez. Dr. Lopez is an assistant professor in the Department of Biology and Microbiology. He is a California native and attended California State University Northridge and University of California San Francisco for his bachelor's and doctoral degrees, respectively. At South Dakota State University, Dr. Lopez is focused on investigating the molecular mechanisms by which cells detect and repair DNA damage, as well as how cells regulate cell death pathways to thwart chronic inflammation. These are basic cellular processes that must function properly in all living organisms. Congratulations. Dean Marianne Krogh and the College of Nursing presents their Outstanding Scholar Award to Assistant Professor Alham Aboutique. Dr. Aboutique attained her PhD in nursing from the University of San Diego in 2013. She is a member of the International Academic Nursing Alliance and Quality and Safety Education for Nurses International Task Force, along with an outstanding 19 peer-reviewed publications and 1 book chapter focusing on e-learning in nursing. She serves as the project manager in an HRSA grant titled Scholarships for Disadvantaged Students, Registered Nurses in Rural and Medically Underserved Communities, with a total award funded of $3.2 million, aiming to increase the diversity of the healthcare workforce within our community. Congratulations. The College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professions, Dean Dan Hansen, honors Assistant Professor Aaron Hunt as their college's outstanding researcher. Dr. Hunt is an assistant professor and the Master of Public Health Program Coordinator in the Department of Allied and Population Health. He earned his doctorate in public health with an emphasis in global and environmental health from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. His current work is focused on reducing the impact of the opioid epidemic in rural communities through increasing access to prevention, treatment, and recovery services. This includes working to reduce stigma associated with substance use and mental health. He is also passionate about improving maternal and child health through the work of North and South Dakota Prenatal Quality Collaborative. He is the president of the South Dakota Public Health Association, which advocates for programs and policies to improve public health, address social detriments of health, and reduce health disparities with the goal of promoting health equality for all populations. Congratulations. Director of Study Abroad, Sally Gilman, will now present the award for international research to Professor Ruanbao Zhao. Dr. Zhao earned his PhD in molecular biology at Peking University. He joined Michigan State University in 1998, initially as a postdoctoral researcher and later as a research assistant professor. Dr. Zhao joined the Department of Biology and Microbiology at SDSU as Associate Professor of Synthetic Biology in 2008 and Professor in 2016. His research has been focused on the solar-powered biological nitrogen fixation and its applications. Dr. Zhao has published more than 80 papers in peer-reviewed journals, and as PI or co-PI, Dr. Zhao has secured more than $4 million in competitive research grants at SDSU. These grants include 2 NSF grants as PI and other federally competitive grants. Dr. Zhao has collaborated with scientists from China, Spain, Russia, and India. These globally collaborative projects not only earned him international reputation in cyanobacterial research community, but also helped scientists over the world promote their research capability. Congratulations. At this time, please welcome Daniel Scholl, Vice President for Research and Economic Development, as he presents the Dr. Sherwood and Elizabeth Berg Young Faculty Award. The award was established in 1999 by President Emeritus and First Lady Sherwood and Elizabeth Berg to recognize an outstanding faculty member early in his or her career to support their professional development and executing the land-grant mission of SDSU. The Dr. Sherwood and Elizabeth Berg Young Faculty Award is presented to Dr. Yue Zhao, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science since January 2018. Before that, he has been working as a postdoctoral associate at Massachusetts Institute of Technology for 2 years after earning his doctorate at Pennsylvania State University in December of 2015. His research and teaching interests mainly focus on electronic materials and devices, energy storage, energy conversion, and advanced manufacturing. He has published more than 40 peer-reviewed journal articles in top journals. His research and teaching have been recognized with several awards, such as the ONR Young Investigator Award, the NSF ESPCOR Fellowship, and the Errol P. Energy Faculty Award. He also received grant supports from various private, state, and federal agencies with a total share of more than $4 million. Congratulations. President Dunn will now present the F.O. Butler Award for Excellence in Research. This year's the award is presented to Dr. Senthil Subramanian, Professor and Graduate Coordinator in the Departments of Agronomy, Horticulture and Plant Science, and Biology and Microbiology. I might have missed a page, but we're gonna make that happen. Dr. Sen Subramanian, professor in the Department of Agronomy, Horticulture, and Plant Science at SDSU, and his research group have identified ways through which soybean plant and the bacteria work together. Using this knowledge, they are starting to implement strategies to increase nitrogen nutrition in soybean and other crops while reducing fertilizer costs and environmental impact. The research is supported by competitive grant awards from the National Science Foundation, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and the Soybean Research and Promotion Council. His group has published more than 50 research papers that have been cited nearly 3,500 times by other researchers around the world. Congratulations. An important part of the research, scholarship, and creativity that happens at SDSU includes the performing arts. Please welcome Professor of Music Aaron Ragsdale and Assistant Professor of Music Mark Stevens to share a musical selection with us tonight. Empathy for Vibraphone and Piano Duo was composed in 2017 by Mexican-American composer, percussionist, writer, and arts advocate Ivan Trevino. As a performer, Trevino has shared his music with audiences around the world, from Asia to South America to Madison Square Garden in New York City. As a composer and songwriter, Ivan's music has been performed on 5 continents and over 25 countries. He is a multi-award-winning recipient of the Percussive Arts Society International Composition Contest and has over 70 compositions and songs to his name. Most recently, he was featured as composer of the American Public Media's Performance Today.
Outreach, extension, and service are core components of South Dakota State University. The critical work that our Extension and Agricultural Experiment Station teams do every day expands and disseminates new knowledge to the people of South Dakota and beyond. This inspires a culture of service and outreach across our university, creating solid collaborations with communities across the state, the region, and the world.
Director of Study Abroad, Sally Gilman, will now present the Faculty Award for Global Engagement,
Outreach,
International
Extension,
Education, and Student Engagement to Professor Michael Gonda. Dr. Gonda received his bachelor's from North Carolina State University in Animal Science, a master's and doctorate from the University of Wisconsin-Madison in Dairy Science with an emphasis in animal genetics. Dr. Gonda began his career at SDSU in 2008 as assistant professor in the Animal Science Department. He was promoted to associate professor in 2014 and professor in 2021. The primary course he is responsible for is livestock breeding and genetics, an undergraduate class he teaches each fall and spring. Dr. Gonda also teaches in the new veterinary college program at SDSU, veterinary genetics and genomics, leads an education abroad class to South Africa, and teaches advanced selection of domestic animals, a graduate level class, and beef cattle breeding at the undergraduate level in the summer. Dr. Gonda has previously been the recipient of the Cafe's Teacher of the Year and the Gamma Sigma Delta Teaching Awards. Congratulations, Dr. Gonda. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dennis Hedge, will now present the Award for Excellence in Outreach and Engagement to Associate Professor Brittany Meyer and to Lecturer Vanita Winterbor. Brittany Meyer is an Associate Professor in the Pharmacy Practice Department of the College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professionals and is the college's Interprofessional Education Coordinator. She instructs students within all years of the PharmD program, as well as serves as the preceptor for the postgraduate pharmacy practice resident. She primarily teaches within the first and second years of the program within the pharmacy practice course sequence and skills labs. Dr. Meyer enjoys collaborating with others in each of her roles through teaching, scholarship, and service. Brittany serves as faculty co-advisor for the Student Collaboration for the Advancement and Promotion of Pharmacy Organization, where she precepts health screenings and vaccination clinics. She has volunteered her time with Vanita on the Brookings County Pandemic Preparedness Coordination Committee and for vaccination clinics on and off campus for the past decade. Congratulations, Dr. Meyer. Vanita Winterbor currently teaches in the undergraduate nursing program. Her primary teaching responsibilities are in the classroom, lab, and clinical setting. She serves as the coordinator of the second semester of the nursing major on the Brookings campus. Vanita has served on the undergraduate curriculum committee and currently serves on Faculty Senate and the Student Success Committee. She is active in the South Dakota Nurses Association and is the faculty advisor for the SDSU Students Nurses Association, as well as the South Dakota Student Nurses Association. She is a member of the Brookings County Pandemic Preparedness Coordination Committee and has been an active member volunteering with vaccination clinics in the community and on campus. Congratulations. President Barry Dunn will present Assistant Professor Srinivas Janaswamy with the David Fee Memorial Lecture Award. Dr. David Fee was Professor of Philosophy and Religion at SDSU from 1964 to 1987. He was an advocate for cross-disciplinary learning, inquiry, and collegiality. Dr. Srinivas Janaswamy, Assistant Professor in the Department of Dairy and Food Science, has more than 25 years of research experience that constitutes interdisciplinary at the frontier between carbohydrate chemistry, materials science, and life sciences. His research program on functional carbohydrates is about designing and developing novel carriers of bioactive compounds, biodegradable packaging materials, water purification, and plant nutrition. He's published 85 international peer-reviewed journal articles, so far edited 1 book on natural polymers for drug delivery, and edited 2 special journal issues on green physical processing technologies for the improvement of food quality, and advances and challenges of carrier architecture for bioactive delivery systems. Dr. Janaswamy has international research collaborations with groups in China, Kenya, and India, and is recipient of the 2019 Global Engagement Research Award. He is serving on the editorial board member of Food Chemistry Advances, Functional Food Science, and Physical Chemistry and Chemical Physics. Congratulations. The F.O. Butler Award for Excellence in Extension is presented to Anthony Bly, Extension Soils Field Specialist in the Department of Agronomy, Horticulture, and Plant Science. Bly works with crop producers and agronomists to solve soil issues through educational activities developed from unbiased and soil crop research. Anthony's knowledge areas include soil fertility, testing, and health factors related to resource management and crop productivity. Previously, Anthony was employed by the SDSU Plant Science Department as a research and extension associate from 1992 to 2011. Between 2011 and 2013, Anthony provided the technical expertise to help launch a soil testing lab located in Sioux Falls. Anthony holds bachelor's and master's degrees in agronomy from SDSU. Anthony is thankful for the many influential mentors he has worked with at SDSU and tries to exemplify their teachings and examples in his work life. Congratulations. The F.O. Butler Award for Excellence in Service is presented to the Diversity Outreach and Engagement Coordinator for the Native American Nursing Education Center, Valerie Big Eagle. Her main roles are to recruit and support Native American nursing students through holistic advising and advocacy work through community outreach and partnership building. She received both her baccalaureate in sociology and her master's of education from South Dakota State University. She received her doctor of education from the University of South Dakota in adult and higher education administration. She understands the inequitable challenges those Native American students face in earning a college degree due to lack of cultural understanding, especially if they are in settings with little support for their cultural identity. She is studying practices in higher education that support Indigenous students and hopes to influence programming and public policy initiatives to culturally support Native American college students, resulting in an increase of Native graduates. Congratulations.
South Dakota State University offers a diverse academic portfolio of majors, minors, and specializations. Through its 7 colleges, Jackrabbits can choose from more than 180 undergraduate areas of study and more than 50 graduate programs to inspire their futures. The faculty here are experts in their fields and help inspire lifelong learning. To date, more than 86,000 alumni have carried on a tradition of academic excellence at South Dakota State University.
Next, Dr. Nicole Lounsbury, Director of the Graduate School, will present the Excellence in Graduate Student Mentoring Award. This award was established by the Graduate Council in 2010. Dr. Sanjeev Anand is a well-recognized dairy science professional with over 36 years of teaching and research experience. He earned his graduate degrees from the National Dairy Research Institute in India. He joined the faculty at SDSU in 2006 as an assistant professor in the Dairy Science Department and earned the rank of professor in 2014. He is a recipient of several professional awards, such as the 2021 USDA APLU Teaching Award, the 2020 IDFA Research Award, and the 2019 Gamma Sigma Delta Teaching Award, just to name a few. He also serves on the ADSA Foundation Board and the ADSA Dairy Foods Division. Congratulations. Assistant Director for Continuing and Distance Education, Carrie Kilmer, will now present the Award for Excellence in Online Teaching to Stephen Snyder. Snyder teaches in the Department of English and Interdisciplinary Studies as a full-time instructor Areas of interest include 19th and 20th century American literature, with a strong focus on an interdisciplinary approach to literary criticism. Additional scholarly interests include the American Renaissance, philosophy and literature, pop culture and media studies, African American literature, and American political history. He primarily teaches courses in composition, technical writing, and diversity and global citizenship. In the past 5 years, he's developed online versions of English 101, 201, 210, and 379. In addition, since the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences first launched the course Diversity and Global Citizenship, Stephen was tasked with formulating the first online sections of the course for distance learners. Through guest videos and interactive platforms and assignments, the online section of AHSS 111 allows students to appreciate diversity and better understand the experiences of various communities throughout the United States. Congratulations. Provost Hedge will now present this year's Timothy J. Nichols Award for Excellence in Undergraduate Student Advising. This year is presented to Dale Potts. Dale Potts graduated with a doctoral degree in history from the University of Maine. He's an associate professor of history at South Dakota State University, where he teaches courses in U.S. and world history, environmental history, U.S. cultural history, and most recently, American Indians in film. He has published in journals such as Interdisciplinary Studies in Literature and Environment and Studies in American Indian Literatures. He is the recipient of the Edward Patrick Hogan for Teaching Excellence in 2020. He continues to advise undergraduate history majors at South Dakota State, assisting students with their class choices and career paths. Congratulations, Dr. Potts. The Edward Patrick Hogan Awards for Excellence in Teaching are presented to Dr. Michael Gonda and Dr. Lisa Hager. Dr. Michael Gonda is a professor in the Department of Animal Science. He has been at SDSU since 2008 and teaches undergraduate, graduate, and education abroad and DVM students. His scholarship of teaching and learning has included not only the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic on student success, but also the relationship between gender and animal science careers and education abroad impacts on student learning. Congratulations, Dr. Gonda. Our other Excellence in Teaching Award recipient is Dr. Lisa Hager, an assistant professor of political science in the School of American and Global Studies, and serves as the political science internship coordinator, legal studies coordinator, and pre-law society advisor. Her research and teaching focuses on American political institutions and constitutional law. She recently published a co-authored book entitled Women's Path to Power: Female Presidents and Prime Ministers Around the World, 1960 to 2020, and was awarded the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences Award for Outstanding Social Science Research. Prior to starting at SDSU, she earned her doctorate in political science from Kent State University in 2016 and served as a 2015-16 American Political Science Association Congressional Fellow in the office of former Congressman Dan Lipinski. Congratulations, Dr. Hager. Recognizing the integrity it takes to be a successful leader, Provost Hedge will present the Dr. Harold and Barbara Bailey Award for Excellence in Academic Department Leadership to Dr. Elena Jones. Since 2012, Dr. Jones has provided administrative leadership to the former Economics Department through academic and organizational transitions to the formation of the Ness School of Management and Economics towards the AACSB accreditation. The Ness School comprises 30 faculty members with a portfolio of research doctorates and practitioner qualifications in accounting, agricultural economics, entrepreneurship, finance, law, management, and marketing. The faculty and professional academic advising staff support more than 825 undergraduate majors and graduate students, an annual teaching workload of more than 150 classes and 22,000 student credit hours, and research and outreach that include the land-grant missions of Agricultural Experience Station and SDSU Extension. Jones holds a bachelor's from the University of Bath in the United Kingdom, a master's from North Carolina State University, and a doctorate in agricultural economics from Texas A&M. She worked in technology adaptation in the textile industry as a marketing engineer for Texas Instruments and as director of commodity risk management for Drexel Brunham and Lambert Incorporated. Jones also served as a faculty member at Virginia Tech from 1988 to 2002 and was a professor of agricultural economics at Texas A&M from 2002 to 2012. Congratulations, Dr. Jones. President Dunn will now present the final award for the evening. The F.O. Butler Award for Teaching Excellence is presented to Assistant Department Head and Professor Rosie Nold. Rosie Nold currently teaches the Introduction to Animal Science course, which is taken by 300 or more students each year. She coordinates the accompanying laboratory for the course and teaches some sections, including an honors one. She also teaches a 200-level course in livestock evaluation and marketing and previously taught an intensive writing current issues course. She coaches the wool judging team, which was recently the champion team at the Black Hills Talk Show contest, and is responsible for coordinating the department's academic quadrathon. She also enjoys working with students on honors independent study projects and regularly mentors graduate and undergraduate teaching assistants. Rosie has served in the role of assistant department head and undergraduate curriculum coordinator for the Animal Science Department since 2014. She and her husband, Jerry, have 3 daughters who share their passion for agriculture and education. Congratulations. Congratulations to tonight's awards winners. For closing comments, please welcome to the stage President of the Faculty Senate, Madhav Nepal, and Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dennis Hedge.
Congratulations to all award recipients this evening. It is my honor to serve as the President of the Faculty Senate and represent all of you. I am pleased to be here to congratulate you on behalf of the entire Senate. Your outstanding success on educating and engaging students and helping them grow into independent scientists or informed citizens is inspiring. Accomplishments on fostering research scholarships, innovations, and creative activities contribute not only to advancing knowledge, but also to benefiting the society. Faculty efforts on taking education or extension service to the people, including minorities and underrepresented groups here in the state and beyond, are highly remarkable. Together, we are accomplishing the land grant mission of the university. Congratulations again on your recognitions. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all who sponsored these awards. Being one of the past awardees, I can easily relate to what values each award adds to the faculty success. Big thank you to all involved in planning and execution of this great event, including many faculty who help in nomination processes and many others who help select the awardees. Thank you all involved in many ways to make this event a great success. Now, Provost Hedge.
Thank you, Dr. Nepal. One of the highest forms of service to the university is leading a shared governance group. Dr. Nepal, where did you go? Please come up here. Dr. Nepal, in recognition of your service to this university, South Dakota State University, as President of Faculty Senate, I'm pleased to present to you a plaque as a token of our appreciation. Thank you very much for your leadership and service to South Dakota State University. A few other words of thanks. First of all, a very special word of thanks to the great folks at First Bank and Trust. And I know Van and Barb Fishback are back here. So if you would join me in a round of applause thanking them for their sponsorship. just tremendous supporters of the university and our academic operation here at SDSU. A few other individuals that I too would like to call out here. As mentioned before, the Celebration of Faculty Excellence Committee, thank you for really putting forward a great day today. It's really been tremendous, and this evening's celebration, I know you've invested time, effort, and energy, and it is deeply appreciated. In addition, as Dr. Nepal said, thank you very much to the nominators, those individuals that took the time to put forward names of very worthy recipients. It does take some time to put nomination packets forward. We appreciate it so very much. We have so much talent here, but really we're not able to recognize individuals unless these nomination packets are put together. So thank you all very much for doing that. It is indeed deeply appreciated. A few other individuals. Jameson Lamp, Mr. Jameson Lamp. I think Jameson is back there. Jameson just waved. Let's all congratulate and thank Jameson. I think you know if there's an SDSU event, Jameson's got his fingerprints pretty much all over it. So Jameson, thank you so much for all you do for us and making events like this a possibility. Also, probably the individual with the toughest job in the house tonight, Andrea Carlisle. What a tremendous job as always. Thank you very much. What a tremendous showcase. This afternoon on into the evening, really, I just think it's just a tremendous showcase of the talent, the creativity, the dedication and innovation that exists throughout our great university. What's occurring at SDSU is making communities, the state of South Dakota, our nation, and our world better places. There's no doubt about that. And it was on full display throughout the day. It's on full display every day when we come on and off of this campus. It truly is. I leave here, as I do most every year when we have these events, I leave here very inspired because the work all of you do is improving the lives of many. You do make a difference, and I hope you know that and realize that, and that's why tonight is so important to celebrate it. So thanks to everyone for turning out. Again, congratulations to everyone who received a recognition and award this evening. You are all very worthy recipients of the recognitions you received. It is wintry out there. Safe travels home, and have a great night. Thank you very much.